Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm GoLocal News editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for joining us for the noontime Friday News and Politics show, and we're going to kick off with former state representative, former deputy secretary of state, now heads up Stages of Freedom, Ray Rickman, to give us Big View.
Kate, I have to start saying a happy holiday to everybody, just in case you won't be around next week. I am playing around doing Jane Jacobs stuff recently, talking to some people about a Ferris wheel for Providence, Rhode Island. Talk to you some more about that in January. Talking about 2 or 3 other things, including an Olympic swimming pool for the 180,000 residents of Providence. Talk to you about that in February. Now, I would like to ask the governor and the mayor and the treasurer of Rhode Island if they would start some activity to do something about the Superman building. Now, I brought my notes because I wanted to mention a couple of things. High Rock Development owns it, and it's obvious they're treating the Superman building as if kryptonite is in it. That's how dynamically they're not engaged in doing something about this building. Now, the word is it'll cost at least $70 million to turn it into a first-class facility, and it basically is not usable without doing that. It could cost $100 million, to be candid and honest, because I hate cost overruns. So how do we get this 1928 awkwardly fantastic building restored and back in use? It's beginning to be an eyesore. Homeless people sleep in the entrances on Westminster every morning of the week. I don't know why they don't do it on the other side, on Kennedy, but they don't. So, you with me? We've had 3 major corporations, including CVS, take serious looks at this building and say it's really kind of, this is interesting because I watch it, I can see it out this window. And it's built in 5 different parts, and it gets smaller as you go up. And it's awkward. No corporation can figure out how to make use of it as a corporate building. So we've gone through that. Let's get over it. How about we get the state, Governor, you listening? Commerce, you listening? Why don't we get the state to take the first 3 floors? 3rd floor for commercial, let's say. Maybe for commerce when their lease is up. The 1st floor for an archives. Massachusetts has a fabulous archives with 100,000+ visitors a year. Secretary of State, are you listening? We have an archives with 7 or 8 visitors a day. Those are old numbers from 2017. It could be 10 visitors a day. It's not exciting. It's not exciting. Do you know that great banking hall in the Superman building would make a display area that tourists would come to, that school children around the state could come to? It would be dramatic to do that. So that could be the state's part, and they get the best 2 floors. Then the city of Providence could step in and take floor number 4 and 5. City of Providence's archives needs a home. Something fabulous, the 4th floor of Superman building. Then, so those 2 entities could do that. And then here's my suggestion, that someone, whether it is the treasurer of Rhode Island, Mr. Magaziner, who's a very capable man, or the governor, to sit down with the 10 largest corporations in Rhode Island. It's a 28-story building, and ask them to take 2 each. And they may just break even when they're done restoring it and using it. They may not make a lot of money. They may use it for conference areas, who knows. And then way up top, Liz Chase and others have recommended on more than one occasion we put in 4 or 5 stories of high-end housing. Now, I think that the state housing could get involved and put in a floor or 2 of housing for older people. Leadership. Someone needs to take the leadership And I think the governor or the treasurer or even the mayor of Providence, if they did this, they'd get a lot of kudos. They'd get thank you greetings.